The hope trap. Most people buy real estate based on hope. They hope the area improves, the tenant is good, and the market goes up. In the zero-loss zone, hope is not a strategy. We use a three-part filter to ensure that before you ever sign a contract, the math has already guaranteed a win. Filter 1, the 1% yield rule, cash flow. Filter number 1 is the 1% rule. Simply put, a property should rent for roughly 1% of its purchase price each month. If you buy a house for $200,000, it needs to bring in $2,000 in rent. If the math doesn't work, we walk away. Why? Because cash flow is your zero-loss insurance policy. It's what pays the mortgage when the market takes a dip. Filter 2, the infrastructure anchor. Never buy a house in a vacuum. Filter 2 is the anchor. You want properties within 10 miles of recession-proof anchors, major hospitals, universities, or government hubs. These are places that must exist and must employ people regardless of the economy. This protects your occupancy rates in any weather. The equity buffer. We never buy at retail. To stay in the zero-loss zone, we look for equity on day one. This means buying properties that need cosmetic help or are in motivated situations where we can buy for 80% or less of the true value. That 20% gap is your safety net. If you had to sell tomorrow, you'd still break even or profit. You aren't just buying a house, you're buying a margin of safety. Real estate is a game of math, not emotion. Pass every deal through these three filters, and you'll never buy a nightmare. Tomorrow, we're talking about creative financing, how to buy your first empire builder with less of your own money. Subscribe and let's get to work.